Okay, looks like this is on. Hey there, everybody. Yeah. All right, so let's get this rolling here. Just gonna bring up chat. But today I'm gonna be playing some Monster Train. I wonder, like, how do I do something important here? I want to reduce the difficulty down to about 10. For the sake of making it a little bit easier for me to do this. So I'm going to be playing some of this for a couple hours. I don't know what I want to play after that. Today I'm feeling kind of like a little bit burnt out of gaming, just in the sense that I did clear an entire game in a single day, which is not something I usually do. So yeah, that's left me in a state where I'm like, I kind of would like to rest up a bit from games, go down to the river or something like that. But yeah, we'll still get through this for a little bit. Hey there. Yeah, not too much up right now. Playing some of this, and then I'm going to play something else later. Not sure what. I did actually get those playthroughs of Nebula's Fleet Command against real people. It is a lot more high intensity when you're playing against real people. It's also a bit faster because there's a lot more ships. I don't think I love this combination of things, but that's fine. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try lots of tomb units. I don't know if that's a good idea. I really don't know how to make this work. I should probably just take it so that it works better. Okay, this is actually kind of strong here. Because it's so early on, look, we'll be able to get stronger units right away. But yeah, what I might play afterwards is Darktide. That's kind of something I feel like playing. Do I have any way of dealing with this? Draff. Draff actually does pretty okay against those top-like guys there, so I would have to be able to block for one of them, and then... Okay, so this should be fine. Did I actually have it turned on? I might have accidentally... Oh yeah, I did. Okay. I was like, did I turn that off? That would have been real awkward. I don't get a draft, of course. That's, you know. Okay, so what we want to do is throw out something that is going to die. So this guy's going to be up front. We want him dead. Then we have this guy behind that. He'll also die. And then we got this guy. So unfortunate, but that does mean we're going to take some hits topside. That's fine. So it does reduce the damage that they do once they get up there. Yeah, I still didn't draw the thing. It's great, fantastic. This guy's gonna get away as well. This is a terrible, terrible run we got going here already. So that's fun. I do want to get some hits against this guy, so we're gonna bring in some hitters here. I love how it's like we need one card out of like the 4 things that we have at one point in this, and we don't get it in any of them. It's just like, yeah, nah. Okay, now we get the stupid thing. Okay. Drop you there. Burnout 2. Might as well. Okay, so we got the draft here with Burnout again. I'm not super sure about how I want to play this one out here. These guys like that are really useful here. Oh, that guy lives, so I remember drained. Fantastic. Okay. Fortunately, these guys are free-ish. Okay. Not enough room, that's fine, we can do that. And get a kill. Okay, so we took a bit of damage from that first wave because I wasn't allowed to try to stop it. We missed a thing, all that really sucks, but... Okay, so 2 mutes get plus 30 health and burn out 1, so that means these things. So if I could give these guys the ability to come back more consistently, that would be super, super good. But they kind of don't need it Eternal since they come back anyway for me. Permafrost on that, holdover on stings. Holdover stings is really good. Okay, so I guess we have to go this side. It's the only one with a unit. Woken Hollow with the large stone, Animus of Will with the Wick Stone. Burnout kind of works for us here. I would have to get Quicken on this. If I can get Quicken, that would actually be good. I wish I could had checked this actually first. Upgrading a unit with Endless. This is what I was thinking might be good on those Burnout units, but probably actually don't want to do that. We're at 150 gold, so I'm going to go for the Quick. I would really like it. There, we got it. Okay. So the reason that Quick is going to work really well there is that like I can get the hits and then die. So I'm at least guaranteed to get something out of this situation here. And we're going to upgrade that like that. So it's 8 times 4. So this thing dying quickly is actually good for us. Because then we get it back. Additional unit drafts. Technically, I don't think that matters with what we're trying here. So we're going to make our lives a little bit easier on ourselves. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit unpleasant. How can we fit all this here? We can. Okay. I think I just don't have enough hitting power to get through all this stuff here. We kill all these guys, that's good. Are we spiked? I think these guys had spikes. I actually needed to get hit harder there. That's really funny. Okay. We'll drop you down just for the sake of it. Still need a little bit more health there. Use the sting to get rid of that, and then we can get rid of that with that. Okay. I think I actually need to get more stuff that does summon. Okay, that gets us a win already, so it's good enough. Let's not touch any. Oops. Okay, I was about to say let's not touch anything, but apparently that we still win, so that's fine. Okay. The thing is, I want my units to die faster. Stealth Encasement is actually good here. Steel Enhancer with Holdover is good. I probably go for the Pyre Health. Let's check this first. We'll leave the money alone. Probably Hellhorn is their best bet of getting an offensive buff, which is what I kind of want here. Unfortunately, we don't get any that I think would work here. We don't really want any of these. So that's a bit unfortunate. It's a lot of armor. I was hoping for like a multi-attack one or something like that. These actually don't help us that much. So just kind of getting rid of those might be better. A 20 damage holdover sting is pretty good though. So I can pick up that. And I'm thinking I'd probably just get rid of cards here. Gonna purge some train stewards. We're really short on money, but it's kind of okay. Okay, so he drops like those bombs down in front of us, which is, again, good. Because we want this thing to die. Now, the fact that I can't seemingly get through any of these guys, basically, a little bit disturbing. This is going to be too durable, actually, which is really ironic. I can, however, drop you here again. You're much bigger this time. Okay, I need you because you'll survive that and then burn out afterwards. That's fine. Drag, drag. Put this guy down here, and I kind of wouldn't mind getting rid of some train stewards, but this is all fine. I don't actually want my units to get killed here because I do need my Animus of Will to come back. So I'm just going to cast this. Just going to hit end turn. Okay, so this will die this turn, that's fine. I want that extra draw. And otherwise, I think this is kind of fine. Alright, perfect. Hopefully I've got this timed out okay. We're at Burnout 4, which is not exactly what we want, but it'll kind of be fine, I think. This would be better for when the boss shows up, so maybe we level this thing up. I might throw like a bunch of these guys up here just to get some hits on this guy. That does increase our odds that we draw a random thing that I don't want. Hey there, none of this matters. How you doing? Okay, are you on permanent yet? I don't think so, actually. Oh yeah, no, he is. He's clearly on permanent. Okay. This is going to be one of those rare matches where I actually want to go for an increased number of things on floor. And I would actually kind of like to be able to do more recover more units. But yeah, I don't need any of those. Okay, so +1 on floor. We've already got card draw from the spike. I can't remember what these turn into. This would be so bad. I'm not sure actually how this interacts with like what we're doing. I'm okay. I'm a little bit burnt out of gaming on account of like I played the entire Phoenix Wright game in one go, and that makes me want to go out and just do stuff outside. But I'll play my stream and then I'll go outside, so I can do both things. So that is definitely possible. Um, I think we can get through that. And I'm just going to leave. The other ones seem like they'd be really, really hard for me to deal with. The damage to my own units, actually, I could get away with in some ways. But I'm wondering if there's anything I want to boost with the Hellvent here. Maybe a Sting. Maybe Steel Enhancer. Steel Enhancer is such a risk with this deck. Taking too many of them anyway. Okay, I don't mind having a second Sting. That's just card draw, basically. Quick and Burnout 1 just jumps in, does one big hit. It's not really that useful, though. I'm going to leave these. Okay. Reform 2. Probably this one more card draw. These guys can get really tanky, so I'm going to probably have a little bit of trouble with certain parts of this, but Armor 15 isn't really going to change much of that. It's the ones that have like 100 hit points or whatever that are the problem anyway. Yeah, these guys. Okay. Let's see. So we can get this guy down to about half-ish, but we get back our Animus of the Will, though. So I can do this, and that gets rid of that. That's plus 10 armor for him. That was probably a mistake, actually. This'll probably let me chew through them. It's got damage shield 1, I think. So that does it. Okay. This is working fine. This is working okay. They aren't dealing enough damage to me to like threaten me on this floor here, so that's also a nice thing. How much longer is this burnout gonna last? 2? So this one will clear out this floor, and then we'll be having to summon again. I don't kill everything on this floor. What the heck? Okay, so I need another hit back there. This'll do. That'll be enough. Are you big? Oh, this thing has got a large stone on it, doesn't it? Well, that's fine. Okay, so hopefully we draw back into the Animus of Will. Because I kind of need it to be back. Well, I didn't. Sucks to suck, I guess. Okay. Dealing with some Spell Shield. We're dealing with a lot of units here. I think we can clear this all. Maybe not. I'm going to drop this guy down here. Does that help any? I don't think that technically does. Let's see here. This would be a net 10 damage, so he'd go down to 75. That does technically help. This guy is still a problem. Okay. We'll just have to deal with this guy on his own, like when he's up there without the damage shield, since he shouldn't have a damage shield when he's up there. Okay. So... we can kind of just double sting up here. That basically just kills this thing. But I could also drop you back here. Is that enough? That's not enough. It's not quite. Well, either way, let's drop you here. That's enough for a kill. So I can focus this up here. Alright. It's a kill. A kill's a kill. Yeah, I like this game a lot too. I'm not very good at it, but I do like this game. Okay, this would be nice if this was earlier. Also, I don't think that permafrost on this is the best thing. I don't really need that. This has really bad potential. The way what things are for us. There's some fringe cases where this would be useful for me, but yeah, I'm gonna skip these because I'm not going with any of those kind of strategies. It's a little bit too late to pivot to them as well, so I definitely think that we go this side. What I want to pick up is like a couple more things that give me the ability to regenerate my dead guys. That would be really nice if I could get some of those. I need to remember to actually just use the Steel Enhancer on whatever I can, because it's actually really useful for me right now. I want to avoid going up on that track. I'm not good enough to deal with that. Random artifact, Spikes 4. Spikes 4 is real dangerous because we got a multi-strike times 4 guy. We'll take this because I want it to die, so that's actually a part of the strategy, but still. It might be dying too early is the problem. These guys are all stealth with, like, damage shields. That is a thing. Okay, I'm going to set up here. This isn't going to work properly because you're going to, well, die, but be in the wrong spot. Are these guys all stealth 1? These guys are all stealth 1 as well. I forgot about that. Okay. Well, this is already a bit of a disaster. I think I might want to redo me this particular setup here. Let's just go... No. Back to main menu. I'm going to restart this one just because I know that I did something wrong here and I know what it is. Probably, like, the mistake is also letting these guys have spikes. That was probably a huge error. I will drop you here. You're dead next turn regardless. Let's drop that. I'm going to drop that so I get the burnout effect and get another one of these right away. I could also drop this guy to get a burnout dreg. Available pretty soon here. Let's see here. Really wish I could get at this thing somehow. But fine. I'll let he gets to live. Is that enough for them to kill this guy? Looks like it is, so we'll deal 50 damage to this one. Drop that there for the next turn. None of these guys survive, and that's fine. That's what we want. Yeah, that damage shield, man. Those lucky jerks. Okay. How come you're still stealthed? That seems unfair. Okay, I think the problem is I die after hitting him 3 times. No, I get all 4 hits. I do get all 4 hits. Okay. Oh, you're enlarged. The heck? Well, this guy's just that beefy, I guess. He's not healing on floor up at least, so we've got that going for us at least. Okay, so do we drop this up top here, or do I... I think I can kill that guy without doing that, actually. So we drop you here, drop Steel Enhancer. I just need to use a single sting. Drop 1 sting over here. This thing being stealthy is still annoying. So I'll have to drop something that can stop her up here. Which is going to be a little bit tricky. Oh, I gave myself mana burn. Ah, darn it. Okay. So you just have to survive the 1 hit. I have to hit it once to get rid of the shield, and I need to deal 23 damage, so this does fine. Could also use, I think, this one. Doesn't really matter which. Just going to do that for the heck of it. Okay, so this guy is getting a bunch of stuff back because every time something dies, he gets a little bit of armor, but the net damage that we do is still positive. At the very least, so that's at least something. I'm kind of forced to drop this up here. Oh, actually, this guy was going to die regardless. Shoot, okay, well. Steel Enhancer there. That's going to be actually really strong here. Except for the fact that it dies this turn, but the stealth applied to our other stuff is actually good. Okay. You die here. We might be doing Last Stand top floor here rather than the normal way. How much longer do you have? You've got 4 turns. That's Burnout 2. Burnout 2 is not quite good enough for what we need here. You're dying to Burnout, you're dying to Spikes. The thing is, this guy gets like 5 attacks per turn, so if I had any way of reducing his damage, like that would actually work a lot here. Okay, so we're doing hundreds of damage to this guy now, but not quite enough. It's that combination, man. Okay. Did I not get anything to block for me? Wow, that's actually kind of bullshit. Okay. I think that's enough damage that he'll do to game end me, so I'm going to have to go back. Do I just flat out set up top lane? I don't want to. I don't think that's the right way to do this. I probably should have just done this without spikes. That's really what I should have been doing. I kind of have to, because like these guys with their 2-turn stealth is what's actually getting me killed here. So I just have to be mana burned the entire bloody time, which really sucks. If I was able to get these cards in a different order, like the burnout ones that die immediately actually help me out here. Okay. Problem is, I don't think this thing dies. Wish I could get that one more little bit there, but just shy. Oh, no, that gets it. The token units don't count for that. That's interesting. Okay. I don't necessarily know if I care to have stealth applied to my guys here, but this will layer on a bit more damage. Okay. This guy is gaining armor from these hits, but $91 damage. Do I have this? Yep. Okay, that gets it. Okay. Yeah, that's the play. Kind of have to make sure that we maintain enough space up here for me to play the Animus of Will like this. I need you to be healthier. Just you to be a lot healthier, that's it. Death here. Okay, I kind of have to make sure I get this at the right time, which is going to be kind of hard to do. That gets that. Times 6 hit means I can't really do much here. I will set up here just in case I can get some damage down in this floor. It's just not likely. Got a main menu? Yeah. This is just a nasty sort of set of things that I'm dealing with right now. Okay, this will actually buy me some time, but I really have to hope that we get the right thing next turn, which is not showing up here. So we drop this down here, that'll delay them there. Essentially give me a couple turns so I can wail on this guy, but I have to draw the thing that gives me the right unit next turn. Yeah, I got it. And I'm still not sure it's enough, honestly. Yeah, we got it. Okay. Just to say screw you, I'm just going to throw everything on there as well. No reason not to, this instance. The res pool's getting diluted? Yes. That's why I've been trying to get rid of some of the stuff I've been getting Tempered Talisman, I forget what this does. +3 magic power. That's going to help a, like, tiny amount. Yeah, I'm going to try and keep our... What I really want is another resurrection thing, so that in an emergency I can do a res. I definitely don't want more stings, do I? Probably not. Maybe I do want Preserve Thorns. Oh, at the end there I was pretty confident I was going to get what I wanted there, but... Seriously contemplating taking that, but I think we'll just leave it. You only won because I went easy on you. Okay, damage dealt by this card ignores armor and shield. That's really, really decent. Okay, I think we'll take that. Because, like, those permanent cycling of those 20 damage shots, which are 23 damage now, I think help us out a lot with that. I like going this side. A lot of risks. Okay, that is going to be an interesting hitter there. I can't remember how that procs with multi-attack builds, though. Getting rid of you. Gonna get rid of you, just so that we're less cluttered. Friendly units get attack. Stings get +20. Our stings are amazing right now, so this is actually really strong. We just got rid of all our stewards, and I'm kind of fine with that. Dazed 3 and melee weakness 1. Deal 5 damage to an enemy unit when a burnout unit dies. This is actually pretty okay for us. It's not a lot of damage, I don't think, but I think we can make use of that. I don't want to actually have our opponents get dazed on the bottom floor, because I want to have them kill our stuff on bottom floor first time there. Okay, cool. Now, how the hell do you work again? Okay, when I play a non-mortal unit on this floor, it's dazed. When one of my units dies, I get scourged. I'm going to be scourged a lot in this one. This is going to be rough in that sense. Applied dazed 1, so I drop units and get dazed. Unfortunately, that means I have to drop to this floor, which is not what I want to be doing, but that's fine. I could just throw these guys down here just so that I start accumulating stuff, but we got our stings online real fast here. Since nothing's going to die this floor, that's fine. Actually, no, one will. I'm going to get a contrition. Oh no, that didn't count for some reason. That's actually really cool. Okay. So he's stealth. He'll kill, apparently, both of them somehow. Oh, he'll kill them, he'll get killed by burnout, and then he'll kill them. Okay, that's actually really good. So that actually works out even, like, better. I remember why, because it was on dazed. It wasn't set to contrition. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Kind of thinking there's nothing else I can do here. Really good artifacts? Yes, I think they're really good artifacts too. I can afford to be dazed to this floor. That's fine. It really sucks because, like, it means I can't hit this guy, which actually he's stealthed anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, so we drop that. I would like to do this. Wish I could kill that a little bit easier, but... Okay, that gets through the entire wave here. I'm going to drop you down there. Our ability to clear these guys is actually really good right now. Yeah, our ability to keep these floors clear has been really, really good. So, can't let anything die. This guy's got 31 hit points. I would like to get some hits down here. I'm wondering if this guy could be down here and live. Burnout 1 is the problem, so he wouldn't. Yeah, that's the problem with Burnout. Sometimes you're in a situation where that actually hurts you. Wait, why did I get a Weight of Contrition here? Oh, from this guy. Well, fine. These guys are all dead. Can I get another card draw? No, I've already sort of done that. Didn't get it. Hopefully I get it right away here. This is an on death. This is Burnout 2, so I can afford to put this down here. That's still Burnout 1. I still can't put that one down there. Okay, what do we do about this? Well, I think what I might do is drop you down here, because that gets rid of a whole bunch of these guys. If I had a multi-attack guy, that would be amazing, but I don't. Guess that's good enough. That's going to really dilute our cooldown in a way that I don't like. And I also can't play you. But you know what? I think we can first floor this, because we'll be alive for the rest of the match. This is Burnout 3 with literally, like, loads of hit points, so that's fine. Steel Enhancer there. This floor is technically fine, but I could do this. It doesn't really technically make a difference. This is a pretty good run all of a sudden. Alright, he's gone Relentless, that's fine. How come we're dazed here? Okay, we're gonna die to Burnout, is what we're dying to there. But that should be okay. I've got too many heals. I need to drop those from my deck. Okay, he's taking a lot of damage. Summon 2 first. I'm not getting the things I want here exactly, but that's relatively fine. I think we got lethal. Yeah, I'm thinking I need to cut those green cards out too. I really need to pull a spell that gives me extra revives. Apply quick. Well, I don't really need that in this instance. Another +1 on floor, I think. Yeah. Well, you know, great minds think alike, as they say. I don't need Pyre Health, I don't need new units, and this is the only good thing on this side. So I guess we go this side. When a friendly unit dies, apply +10 to that unit. That's actually really good for what we're doing here. Okay. So here's actually how I can deal with this. I could apply Consume to some of these if I can find that. Just gonna upgrade a Restoration Detonation. We're gonna re-roll this, and we're gonna get a Consume on that so that we get rid of it more often. I'm gonna get rid of you. I'm gonna spend a ton of money here removing cards. Right now, with how big our floor gets, I don't actually know if I need to remove too many more units, so I'm going to remove another Restore, and that's probably all we do here. Do I hold over another thing here? No. Upgrade my champion. Yeah, I think we just go all the way in on this. Don't really need any of those. If I could duplicate a Spikes 5... You know what? I actually have enough money. I don't technically think I need to spend money on anything really important anymore. Enchant, grant multi-strike. So the hope here is that we kill everything before that happens. This thing has 160 hit points. That's annoying. Holder. I already got holdover on everything though, so like that's kind of the reason I can't put it on anything. So it's kind of fine, right? I'm not loving this floor. Wow. Okay, actually on the other hand, I love this part. Like that guy gets to he can get wrecked. So here's kind of the problem. To get rid of this guy... Wait, does this guy actually have 4 attacks? Huh. If I get rid of this guy, like, if I go to this floor with all this stuff here, this guy's going to be in a bad spot for later, but this guy will reform and I can put him up here, so I guess that's how we have to do this. Well, that works out okay. Okay, so this guy is going to go up with, like, 30 hit points, and I'll get back the Animus of Will. Give me money. Okay. So now we can drop you again. And you're even bigger and badder than ever. I want you to die again, so I'm not going to do anything to fix that. I put you here, and that causes the wipe. That ends up being basically perfect, so we can actually just use our sting up here. That's... Do I... Oh no, I have no experience whatsoever in 3D printing stuff. I can't afford a 3D printer. Those things are expensive. Unless there's cheaper ones. I just remember them costing like hundreds of dollars each or whatever. Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's just like, you know, I could 3D print my own Warhammer minis, or I could just, you know, not do that. I don't know. Okay, I have to use my stings regardless, so I'm just going to use them even though that leaves this more alive. I kind of want this to die, but I kind of don't care too much at this point. I guess I could throw, like, stings into the gutter, like, just throw them into the void. Like that there. Where am I taking damage from anyway? Is there a retributive? Yeah, damage on death, okay. I could stop that from happening, but I really don't feel like that's the correct thing to do here. Let's try and get some burnout things to die so that I get them to respawn with next round. Yep, there we go. It's just wiping all of them without any concern for the fact that I want you to die so that I can get that. Okay, I guess we're going to drop the stings up here. Drop our burnout stuff up here again. Stop being so efficient, you. $420 is a lot cheaper than I thought they were. I think the prices must have gone down since the last time I'd sort of thought about them. That's actually really interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have literally one round with this stupid thing, so that sucks. One round is plenty of damage, though, so at least there's that. Okay, so everything's gonna die to burnout, so that's fantastic. We are dealing thousands of points of damage here. If this guy stays alive long enough to res the Animus of Will, then we'll probably be fine. The other thing is, like, I know that if I was trying to do, like, tabletop minis with, like, a 3D printer, mine would be so ugly. Mine would be ridiculously ugly. It would be a problem. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Ugh, okay. I'm just doing that so that I've got access to it next round when I pull stuff. I want to get rid of this so I don't pull back into it. Because I should draw, like, this entire sort of thing here next turn. And with that, I should be able to actually get a kill here, potentially. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see here. I've got 40 damage on this. I think I'm going to take 2 hits, which kind of sucks, but you know what? That's fine. Yeah, 2 hits is not that bad. I mean, we are, like, practically dead, but, you know, it's fine. There we go. Sacred Wicks with Eternal Stone? Yeah, absolutely, I'll take that. That's exactly what I need here. Piercing and Holdover. I don't have any spikes. I don't really want any spikes. Channel Song... Channel Song's actually got some interesting potential here. I'm going to take that. Okay, yeah, those price reductions. Yeah, only 2 hits. It's like 2 brutal hits, but yeah, it is only 2 hits. I think it's okay. I really kind of want health, but I also kind of want to go here. This is the last round. I've got 375, so I think actually I'm going to Hellvent. Having a third Sting feels really like that would be a great idea here. Contemplating purging another card here. I don't want to actually get any new unit upgrades, really. I want to purge stuff. Another purged regen, potentially, and maybe another purged dreg. But actually, let's look at the artifacts here. At the start of turn, add a Vinegrass spell with Purge. Friendly units gain Extinguish, apply Armor 5 to the front friendly unit. When summoning the second unit during the turn, gain 3. This is actually really good here. How much money do I have? I don't have enough for another artifact, so that's pretty much all we got. Unfortunately, I don't have it on Intrinsic. Can I make it Intrinsic without dying? Is this going to kill me? How much does this cost? 10. Oh god, okay. Endless is sweets? I don't need Endless as badly though, because like my units all revive themselves. Okay, so let's spend the last bit that we have here to purge one more card. And I think that's gonna have to be this Restore. Because those things are just kind of the most dead of the cards in my deck here. Applies melee weakness to your front unit and gains attack on rally and can't. Rally triggers when I play a non-morsel card. Triggers when I play a spell. Yeah, I just don't want to fight the god boss thing. That would be atrocious. Unfortunately, I have to go up a floor. Let's do Channel Song. Look how big he is already. Just in case he follows me up this floor, I need to start like stacking stuff onto this floor right away. And I'm actually going to drop you down here right now so that I get that stuff there. Yeah, 2 resurrections this turn. Okay. So immediately get those guys. He drops a melee weakness. He's got all these Drex to get through, so we actually deal a lot of damage to this guy, which is nice. I would love to do a Steel Enhancer here, but unfortunately that's not a good idea right now. We can drop our explosive here. That's actually a full kill. Wow. Wowdy, wowdy, wow. Okay. Just so that I keep that in hand. Look at that. Nice. Okay. So we pop up here with you again. Who's in my graveyard? Nothing right now, so we keep that. Okay, we found our stings, or at least a couple of them. Do I drop more stuff on this floor? I probably drop at least this guy, but I'll drop him as well just so I get a burnout. That way I get 2 units back. Yeah, because this guy's back on this floor again. We do get the kill, so I don't need to worry about anything else there. This guy's not going to die. This explosive is going to sit here and just tank it. It's them getting to punch to death a bomb and not being able to do it. Alright, we're at max card draw for next turn. I think I only get 1 person back. No, I'll get 2, because I'll get this as well. Okay. Do I want to just throw you down here? Probably. Maybe I shouldn't have. I'm doing so much damage to this boss, just like on these normal floors. It's so good. I wonder how much melee weakness this guy has. Was that the only card I had left in my hand, or my deck? That probably was, because it's not a unit. It's like, is that supposed to do that? I can't remember. How many... Is there a way to check how long until it goes eternal? Waves remaining 3. Yeah, so I don't actually want this guy to stealth these guys yet, so I'm just going to put him up there so he burns out. Would not mind this being here necessarily, but I kind of want second. So I think I can get this to die 1 more time. Yep, okay, perfect. No cards left whatsoever, fantastic. Alright, you... I shouldn't have put him up there. I'm going to be mana drained from that. That was a mistake. Should have put him on the bottom floor. Okay. Who's alive? Or who's resable? It doesn't matter. I want to save that in case I need to res that important unit next turn. Okay. Okay, that guy dies, luckily, thankfully. Okay, are you kidding me? Where's my stuff, man? I needed this. It had one job to do. I should have given it permafrost. I don't think I had the option though. Okay, let's see here. I might get my unit anyway though, so like it's not a huge deal. This is the last wave, so I need to save a spot here. This is a remnant host. This could actually be a disaster. All right. I don't think I can do anything about this other than... Oh no, this guy's fine. Might as well throw you down while we're at it. Okay, we got the unit that we need. Okay. Okay, well, that sucks. Do I want to actually drop anything on this floor here? And the answer is probably no, honestly. Wouldn't mind you being around. I'm gonna get rid of this card. Just make sure it's gone forever. Okay. That came in at the right time. I'm just gonna have to be okay with Oh no, we win already. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Worked out okay. We're fine. Man. That felt like such a weird playthrough, honestly. Consume cards in hand. Add a draft unit to your hand and apply plus 10 power for each card consumed. What? So just lose your entire hand, as is this guy, I guess. And then gain a lousy unit that gains like plus 50. Is that a good thing? I don't feel like that's a good thing. What did I have that set to? I think I did lower the difficulty, I'm pretty sure. That looks like it was on difficulty 14. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, thanks. Apparently that was like on... No, that was... Why did I have it like that? Okay, well, interesting. Alright, I've learned a little bit back into the game, a tiny bit, but... I'm going to try the Hell combination. This is a combination that I personally don't understand. Melting Remnant Stygian is just, like... not exactly what I think is... I'm going to make this even worse for myself, because I'm going to try a little Fade here. And I don't know how this guy works, like, at all. That card is sweet. It seems like it's kind of risky, because you're losing your entire hand off that, and, like, apply Stealth 2 to friendly units. Restore 15 health and apply Burnout 3 to a friendly unit. Deal 3 damage and apply Frostbite 8. Okay, so I don't know how this guy works, really. So, on death, Apply +5/+5 and burn out 2 to friendly units. So your friendly units behind them become stronger. Spikes 1. I don't know how you would make this work. This makes no sense, because if you've got spikes 1 and 1 hit point, like he kills one guy with spikes, which he won't do because it spikes 1, and then he dies. So this one feels like, obviously you'd have to have like lots of resurrection somehow in your deck, but that doesn't seem to make a ton of sense. This one also feels really weird because you're trying to get this guy killed over and over again. Does this guy come back or something like that? Little Icarus is best? How is that possible? I feel like I don't understand like exactly what he's doing here. Does he come back? Like, is he eternal or something, or does he just die? Like, do I have to use Primitive Mold to bring him back over and over again? Let's try this out. I don't think this is a smart idea because I'm pretty sure I'm dead here, but... Okay, this is not the right time for that. And then obviously no reforms here. I don't feel like this scales up that well. Okay, so Little Fade comes back. It's now got Burnout 1, which, you know, fair enough, I guess. He dies in 1, so that doesn't matter. Wait, these guys are also burned out. Okay, well... Well... Man, he gets Endless in his other tree and fat stacks upon death. Ah, okay. So you need to just sort of suffer for, like, the good early part of it. Okay, I'm just abandoning that run. So... With the other one, he gains the ability to come back, like, endless. And that's how you sort of deal with that. So what does he not get endless in the tree I took? That's crazy. What's his other upgrade? If I get the option to look at it, quick endless. Ah, okay. So this would be the one where... Okay, this one makes the most sense to me personally. I feel like technically Hell's Banners is stronger there. I don't understand the spikes one because it feels like you have nothing until you get those. This is a terrible idea. Okay. Whereas in like the one that I just took makes the spikes one work. I feel like that might be what you mean here. Okay, that clears all of it. I feel like you can top floor with this guy pretty easily just because he's always going to be dead. So the Ember Drain just doesn't matter. Missing out on the money, that's fine. Oh, he's going to live this turn. That sucks. That's fine. Gonna drop you and hope he dies. What's going on over here? There's a weird little icon around this guy. I guess that's the endless one. Interesting. Okay. I think we can get them all by doing this. Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna start getting hit by this guy's stuff, which is unfortunate. We just drop this guy here, he'll get killed again, which is fine. Could do this, and then I get two... Oh, wow, he's gonna be dead. Yeah, I feel like the armor was a mistake regardless. Yeah, I feel that. Do I need any of these with what I'm doing right now? Because, like, I feel like if you're doing this, you try to use Little Fade as the carry. Although I don't know how you would, because he doesn't have multi-attack or trample or anything like that. I feel like Wicklash is probably our best bet here. Do we start working on, like, Crypt Builder spell stuff? Okay, let's start working on that. It's gonna take a bunch of cards. Yeah, so Little Fade becomes your carry unit, and then the other stuff is support, which I feel is going to synergize better with the spell stuff that I've decided to go for, which is interesting. And so I feel like what we have to work on is actually getting really, really good spells, and then just let Little Fade continue suiciding into stuff. Focusing on Wickless Tycoon could be really interesting. It is greedy as hell, but I think he can be actually made fairly durable and just sort of have like follow-up attacks from behind, so it's okay. I need to start getting up to the spells that like proc Crypt Builder. I really feel like Frozen Lance is garbage. And what we're doing, Primitive Mold, we don't really technically need. Yeah, I definitely don't think anything's going on there. Tycoon is also sweet. Yeah, I like Tycoon. It's greedy, but sometimes it pays off. We were up against Hastes, which is going to be annoying, but we're kind of okay with that. Spikes. I'm okay with spikes, because like we're going to die anyway after one hit, so let's just make sure that we die as we run in there. So we can actually go like Wickless Tycoon, Frozen Lance, Little Fade, and just kill everything and then die, and that's fine. And just drop a Little Fade here. Can't Primitive Mold. Wondering if I should have gone for that, like, kill against that one guy there, but... Perfect. Okay. I think Burnout 3 is fine right here. Oh. Can I undo that one turn? It shouldn't matter, actually. We'll be able to kill him by the time he gets to, like, the top floor. Yeah, so we just kill him here. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Yeah, I could have launched up top to get the gold. I kind of felt like I wanted to do it the way I did it, but... Dripfall, I think, could be good for us here. Because I could get rid of a blocker that's blocking Little Fade from getting at something I want to kill. But I'm worried about cluttering up a deck that's already kind of cluttered in a way that... I'm leaning into the Stygian spells. I'm going to be leaning into Stygian spells, actually. Yeah, Titan's Gratitude. This is exactly what we want to have. Could go this side for now. Especially because I haven't picked up a second unit. Actually, I should probably pick up a second unit. Okay, Sweep. Frostbite, 10 hit points. Oh no, this is plus 10 hit points and Frostbite, so it doesn't give me the other part. This is hit points and it can't. Let me double check something. Okay, plus 5, plus 10, and Harvest gain 5. So actually, I take this guy and I burn him into the Cold Saela. I think is the better option here. So we sacrifice you to make her better. And this gives like a kind of good combination of like, this is quite good for getting rid of all the cheap, like lousy units. And then we have our Suicide Bomber to run into the enemy and die. A multi-strike sweep is pretty good. Enchant for the armor, or do we want something else? I feel like we want that to be offense, and then we use other people for block. Ooh, quick. Okay, so we have little hitting power, but we have like the freeze on it. I'm not sure if that's a good call. I've never seen these. Purge Piercing. Deal 30x damage to enemy units. So this only works once. These are all Purge, aren't they? I kind of don't like these. This says units. Does this mean all the units on the floor? Yeah, it affects one floor. Yeah, I did take quick is what I ended up thinking. You're you know, great minds do think alike. Try for flower event. Yeah. Just hope that you get an unlikely lucky event. That's exactly my strategy. All right. Okay, so we drop that, and that gets, like, some damage on this thing. Which is actually a decent amount of damage on this thing, and then kills all these guys. And the Frost, I think, kills that by the time we hit top floor. Because that's 6 Frostbites, so that'll be 6 damage and then 6 damage. So this thing's actually kind of a problem, actually. How am I not taking any damage on her from this? Oh, the sweep kills it. The double attack sweep. That's nice. I'm just going to drop these guys up here because I can. It gets rid of them out of my hand. Do you know the combo to give burnout to enemies? Do I want to give burnout to enemies? I thought you didn't want to give burnout to enemies. Why didn't you die last turn? I just realized you weren't dead. What's going on here? You're supposed to die. Okay. What? Why do I want to give burnout to enemies? That sounds like a bad thing. I need to get like a what's it called in this thing? The thing that makes it so that just sticks around basically. Permafrost. You're not dead again? What's going on here? Hmm. This thing's too effective at killing all this other stuff. That's what's going on. If you give an enemy burnout, they just die in XC turns. Huh. That's weird. I didn't know that. Okay, I'm irritated that he's not dying. Like, that's... He's just not dying. Kind of has to be this. Okay, so he'll die to that. These guys all die. He's going to take a bunch of hits, and he's going to get frostbit. Okay. So we've applied a decent amount of Frostburn to this guy. A slightly tankier guy that we can put up front there. That's fine. Then we just drop little, what's his name, back up top, and he does his work again. And gets the kill because this guy can't do anything about it. Cool, okay. So what do I need with what I'm doing? Probably more card draw. How does this work? So if I use discard my hand and I discard the hammer, does that still trigger the hammer? I can't remember how that works. I'm not going to risk that right now, because it's not really useful for a lot of other things. Yeah, none of these is what we're doing here. I feel like plus draw is what we go for. Like it's Sacrificial Resurrection. I think I might have missed out on that then. Paraffin Thug I actually also think is quite good, even better than the other guy, but unfortunately I've already got my money, so... Okay, definitely need to get rid of some Trained Stewards, but do we get rid of Primitive Molds first? I think I actually get rid of Primitive Molds first. Because technically speaking, like, you can still sort of use the other guys as blockers with what we're doing. I skipped it? Yeah, I did skip it. Apparently I shouldn't have, but that's fine. Getting Consume on something here might be a good idea. Consume on a Frozen Lance, just so that we get rid of it. Wonder if you can get rid of Purge somehow. Would have been good to experiment with it. Okay, I can get holdover on something. So, holdover Titan's Gratitude is a really weird, but I think powerful thing to have. But I could also have holdover Wicklash, and I think that's more consistent. Okay. Zero cost Titan's Gratitude. If I can get like holdover on it later, that would be really good. Huh. That's an interesting trick. I'd have to see that in action to know exactly how that's sort of working, but that's interesting. I think I take Moon of the Blacksmith, but I wish I hadn't taken any of these. I wish I hadn't gone there. Okay, so we've already got Quick and Endless. Extinguish means that we gain power way faster, which is good there. Or we could take the Extinguish and apply +5/+5 and Burnout 2 to friendly units. I don't want to actually be applying Burnout 2 to my friendly units necessarily, but this might actually be when this is useful now that we know that we've got Endless. If you don't start with Endless, how do you use this guy? I feel like that's the thing there. Because if I'm getting like this every single turn applied, so I'm just getting +5/+5 constantly, so I feel like that's okay. I feel like this is a risk, but I feel like the Cold Sail is a lot stronger than he is if I get the scaling. The +6s doesn't matter here that much because we got all quickened and everything like that, so I'm having more Firelight as aids. Yeah, well, you know, sometimes that's what you do to yourself. I didn't check. Is anything stealth here? Am I going to get rolled over? Okay. These guys are going to be dead, so the haste is dead. That's kind of the important part in a certain sense there. Sure. Okay, so we keep just dropping little Fade down here, and every time he applies more Burnout to these guys, which makes it so that we just don't have to worry about that. Wish I could get up to this guy somehow. I might as well do this so that next turn we nuke this with something else and that's fine. I'm missing out on that money, but at least I'm getting money from other things here. Yeah, so we're gaining +1 Burnout like each time I do this, and all my stuff's getting stronger. Hey, look, you know, doing it to yourself is pretty much, you know, the most responsible way of doing it, right? Let's see here. It's possible for me to do this, and then he'll still be alive next turn, but he'll be at 5 points of Frostbite, so he'll die next turn at 4 points of Frostbite. That guy'll die of Frostbite. This is kind of working out perfectly, actually. I forgot there's something I'm supposed to be using on like Little Fade there, but I don't even know if I've got it. Wicklash, there we go. Have I just not been using this? I feel like I just haven't been using that. This guy he has a lot more hit points than I thought he's supposed to. Okay, so we start off with this one. Then I use this one. Then I use this. Let me do this. If I throw everything at that guy and he dies, then I don't have to worry about him at all. Like, he just didn't count. Okay. Purifying Cleanse works too. Huh. Interesting. Well, we got through that one kind of with the skin of our teeth. Having this available is kind of nice, but I'm going to try and skip it. I do need these Stygian spells. That's what I need. Titan's Tooth. Like, this kind of thing is what I need to have in my deck. I'm not going to get enough of the right spells, though. Huh. Well... huh. Okay, well, I wonder if that's, like, stilted so that you get that more often? Because I feel like what you described happening is just incredibly rare. But it's just like, yeah, no, just have this. It's like, okay. Okay, we're getting rid of some train stewards. Yeah, I was wondering if that's like, you know, because I've never seen that before, obviously. I think we go coins here. When a friendly unit dies, apply +10 to that unit. Collect. Yes. Yeah, I was feeling like that event probably has to be related. Memorial Fund is kind of funny, but I don't think we take that. I feel like a Forgotten Name is pretty strong with the spells that we have. Because we have got some spell spam. Okay, the Trader's Quill would have also been nice is the thing, but... we're pretty short on cash, so... Armor 15, that doesn't matter too much to me, I don't think. Like, some of these guys are going to be really hard to kill. It's not the gains health on floor up, though. Is this the stealth boss? I wasn't paying attention. Is this the stealth boss? Did I just screw myself over by him existing? It's not me screwing myself over. That's, you know, me getting screwed over. Okay. Well, this guy's gonna still be alive. What do I do about this guy? Yeah, I'm doing very little damage to him. If I get the hammer, though, next turn I can fling that at him and he'll die, so that's at least something. Okay, so we do this thing. I need more card draw. That's what I need. Okay, I need to drop another unit somehow, but unfortunately I don't have another unit to drop. How come you're gaining so many hit points? Something dying on this floor? What's dying on this floor? That's very strange. I might have to just redo this one. Might not be prepared for this floor here. Okay, let's back to main menu this. I'm not even actually necessarily sure, like, where I'm going wrong here necessarily. So this guy's just too tough. Yeah, I think it's like my deck is stuffed with too many things that I don't technically want to have. And I think that's actually messing with my ability to do anything here. Well, he's gaining armor on every spell cast as well. Oh no, he's also triggering when his units die. That's where he's getting some of those hit points. Okay. I'm still not sure where he's getting it on the second floor on that other one, though. This could just be an unbeatable sort of situation. This thing, at least, I could kill this guy instantly with. I need way more card draw. Well, that buys me some time. I actually want to do this. Oh, I needed the one more for the Crypt Builder so I could hit this guy with the Crypt Builder. Admittedly, these guys aren't going to hit that hard necessarily. Still, I think we want to do this. Not that. Oh, right. Right, I forgot I've got the thing. Okay, that buys me some time. I figured out something. I figured out something. We clash there. Energy Siphon. Just dump everything on this guy. Not enough Ember. Okay, I'm gonna have to leak this one at least. Okay, that's only one hit though. That's not too bad. Okay, we got Wicklash with holdover still, so let's dump that on there. Do I Wicked Blaze here? I really wish I had slightly cheaper stuff. Gets me 2 extra hits. +1 magic power still. Yeah, we leaked quite a bit, actually. Well, up this, guys. So the scaling on this is great. It's just getting to there is still rough. And I still need to get rid of some cards. I still need to get some cards. Like, I still really want to have the things that give me, like, remove cards, basically, from my hand. I really should have taken that thing that gives me the ability to shuffle my hand again, basically. I'm not loving either of these options. I think we go this side, though. Which ones are technically incant? Oh, I remember now. I don't have any incant. I have 0 incant. That would be useless. Wow. I'm actually going to skip that. That's brutal. Okay. Although I guess I could have done like a money strat and then... it's too late. It's fine. Okay. Getting a -1 on that would be really strong. In a certain sense, I actually kind of need like 1 more unit. I shouldn't have gotten rid of quite so many of my What's it called? And I should have gotten rid of more primitive molds. And permafrost to that. And consume to that. Reducing the cost of... I think reduce the cost and then get rid of... Yeah, honestly, I probably could have gotten away with that. Remove consume. There we go. Gain consume. Aha. No, no, I don't think any of those. We're at the point where we're kind of fine with what we have with that. Make this free because we're casting it every turn. And then we get rid of some cards. I have to get rid of some primitive molds. I do actually want to keep the 2 train stewards because them being resable is useful. I need more Titan's Gratitudes, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm going to actually get rid of like all but 1 primitive mold. Yeah, I felt like Remove Consume would be really good on that. Ironically, if I find a unit, I'm taking it. Alabaster Guardians have multi-strike. Fel empowers units with rage. Don't Alabaster Guardians have 0 attack? Multi-strike shouldn't matter to us here. I wonder if there's anything I can do to kill this thing, and I'm thinking the answer is no. I think I just let it through. Like, I don't think there's anything I can really do to deal with that, so... There is, on the other hand, something I can do to deal with these guys. So you do 6 damage and you'll die in 2 hits, so I'll take 12. That's fine. Okay. He didn't die. Shoot. Putting spell weakness on them. And getting rid of a Frozen Lance, maybe. I think I only took 1 hit there, actually. He's still not dying. Well, you know what? I think that's my fault, though, for the way I'm playing this, because this is too strong. Like, the Cold Kayla is actually too strong. Let's make I've got that. Make sure I've got that. Just gonna keep slowly stacking up spell weakness on this. Potentially have the ability to use Most Blessed Sword to like just deal a ton of damage. Let's see here, we're at 3 of these, so have to sort of make sure I cast like as many spells as I can, but I thought this kept stacking upwards. Yeah, it does. Okay. Okay, I want you dead, so we're just going to put you there. Maybe I do want to get rid of these just so that later on I've got the ability to get a clean line on her with a Crypt Builder if I need to. I mean, these are free. This would be quite strong. Doesn't actually kill that front unit, which is interesting. Ah. I don't know if I think this is worth it or not, but... I mean, when else would we use it, really? It's not like it's on Purge anymore. Only got access to the one primitive mold. I think we just chuck the Crypt Builder at this guy. Okay, definitely need more card draw. Triggering its extinguishability without killing it. +1 draw. Quite like this side. I don't have a ton of money though. Getting a second Most Blessed Sword might be interesting. But I almost kind of want to get second Titan's Gratitude. Because that's what I've been really begging for, is more Titan's Gratitudes. Admittedly, they're kind of awkward to use, but... Add burnout to him? Oh, that's a good point, yeah. I always find this to be really funny, even though I think it's also bad, but I do think it's really funny. It's just like, you wanted to go to the pyre? Up you go. Have fun at the pyre. Yeah, +12 and burnout 2 to friendly units. It's a shame it doesn't count for himself. Alright. The only cure to more, AIDS is more AIDS. That's what I always say. It's a very common thing for me to say because it comes up so often. These guys are all beefy guys, and they've got like sweep and stuff like that. Fantastic. They've got scads of armor, so what does more armor actually do? So nothing really, it's fine. Let's see here. So he would be dazed 3, so that would be over 150 points of damage. I do want him to kill this guy somehow, but... You know what? Actually, this is fine. Okay. Add Wicklash there. Let's get rid of this thing. All right, you again. This again. It's overkill, but frankly, I can do that now. And it doesn't matter if I do. Okay. Wow, that guy's a chunky boy. Okay. We're up to 232. This guy's not going to die, but that's kind of okay here. I don't know if I wanted to just chuck this at somebody. I kind of do. Okay, so Burnout 2 applied to this guy so that he'll die now. Wait a minute, was he gonna die before I did that? I'm an idiot. Well, I was not paying enough attention to that. That's fine, he'll die eventually this way anyway. Let's chuck that there. We're up to 3 spells, that's fine. Wait, how come you're not dying? He has Burnout 3 or something? That's weird. Let's see. This guy's too big to kill with the crane. But I can kill this guy with the crane. Do you have spikes? No, this guy's just this guy. Okay. So up you go. That's 3. Do I want to consume this Frozen Lance? Kind of? Hook is just good. The hook is just, you know, it is an underutilized tool, I think, probably. Even though I bet people use it all the time. Okay, okay. It's like no durability to this guy whatsoever, unfortunately. Alright, more of that. We'll add that. This is where having 2 of the Titan's Gratitudes in your hand is kind of a bit nonsense. Yep. Of course that's how it goes. Okay. Okay. Round 2, buddy. Okay. Only free things here. And then obviously we hit him with this, not the other one. Okay, one more time. One more go, buddy. Still costs 0, you cost 0, you cost 0. You cost 3, and we got a kill. Adding Burnout to that guy a bit faster might be the better call here. Just make sure he's dying. Kill friendly units. Reform random units to this floor until it exceeds us. Okay, this one probably not now. This is good, but not now. A lot of attack and Burnout, that's not good enough in this instance. Okay, this is a unit, and I've kind of been wanting to get a unit for a while now. Just any kind of unit would be useful at this stage. Even though that one's obviously on the sort of not the better side of that. I think spells again. Getting duplicate things as well, maybe intent on death. Let's actually see what we can modify first and then see if there's anything we can, getting another permafrost. Okay. Don't hate that idea. It's probably a bad idea, it's just I don't hate it. If I could get intent on death to be constant, that would be pretty good here. Dropping cost on Wicked Blaze, I think, is good. Holdover. Oh, shit. No. To be fair, I kind of needed that to be where it is anyway for it to work. Holdover Titan's Gratitude. Not sure if what I'm doing here is the smarter moves, honestly. Getting a duplicate on the Guardian Stone, maybe? So what is the size of my floor? It's 1, 3, 4... Yeah. Let's duplicate you. Yeah, all these would be really bad for us. No good. This one's okay. The other ones are all pretty bad. Alright, I think that's the best I can do. I don't love this deck. The first spell card played each turn gets consumed. Ah, shoot. That is gonna just completely ruin me here in a lot of ways. Okay. Over here. Over here. Don't suppose you count as a spell, do you? Okay. Wait, what did I... Yeah, no, that's fine. Do we keep this around or do I use it now? I guess technically we use it now since there's nothing better to do about it. Okay. Drop you there. Do I want to... What are you doing up here? How's this fair? Okay, Wicklash there. No, shoot, I just consumed Wicklash. Muscle memory, jeez. Okay, this is gonna be tough because I have to remember, like, not to use the reflexive I use this first spell. Which is nonsense. It's just, like, pain. Maybe we actually consume this one just so that, like, it's gone. Because technically it's a weaker card than the other one. Okay. You're already consume. Does this actually... How's this work? Okay, so that didn't change that. Do I just steal Pulley Claw you up? That's also consumed, so I think I saved that for a more important moment. Although admittedly I don't have anything else that can kill him, so I might as well just use it now. Okay. If I'm gonna use a spell, I might as well go through the roster of them. Okay. Let's drop you over here. Drop that here. Whiplash here. I wish this guy was gonna die. Forgot about that again. I kind of thought that he would die, though. Is the thing. I'm gonna apply this to him now, even though he's gonna die anyway. Just actually. No, I think I do this here still, because he'll still die. Okay. Okay. We'll just use this to get rid of it. This is annoying. I might use Most Blessed Sword up there. If I'm gonna do that, I might as well do this. Have you got... No, so we do this now. So now he's got Burnout on him. Okay. Alright, so... I'm gonna use this again, because again, it's not that important. It's the one I'm most willing to lose. Essentially. How did Incant guy die? Oh, I know why. He ran out of... Well, that sucks. Okay. I have to hope that we end up trucking out not the Crypt Builder. Good. And that's it. I think this is going to be fine. I think we're going to be okay. Alright, what do we consume this turn? I wouldn't mind getting rid of one of our Titan's Gratitudes, but actually I think we get rid of the Energy Siphon. Darn it. Okay, I think he's on Endless now, isn't he? Doesn't really matter if I consume this anymore. Or let's try this first. Zero times 7, so that would be 0 damage. Are we going to lose this by a little bit? We still have a couple rounds of little dude just bashing into this guy. I think he'll actually manage to get the kill, which is very funny. Alright, get his ass, little Fade. Okay. Well, that worked. So, yeah, like, with Endless, this guy's viable. How the hell do you play this guy if he doesn't have Endless? I feel like that would just be literally impossible. Cool, we're level 10 on Melting Remnant now. Merchant Purge costs 20% more. Why would I want that? Remove all burnout and debuff effects from units. So if it has no burnout, does that mean that it doesn't have the countdown anymore and it just lives? That's actually interesting. Ice Tornado seems like that's actually a pretty powerful spell. I think I've had that, though. Alright, let's try out one of the other secondaries, because I haven't tried them out very much. Although it is 4 o'clock, so it is time for me to think about switching up the games. I kind of want to play some more, like... Honestly, I kind of feel like playing Darktide. Oh, this is the Shard guy. I do not want to do that. Alright, let's, what do I want to play today? I want to go outside. But that's 2 hours from now. That's not that bad. It's also too hot right now, so if I did go outside right now, that would be actually kind of brutal. Let's see if Darktide will actually like run properly. It's gone through like a whole ton of patches. Where even is it? Where'd it go? I haven't played this in a while, and they've updated a bunch. I never actually got into that funk like a lot of people did, where they disliked it. I just found that there were other games that were coming out that I wanted to try. So, I'm excited to see what the changes actually are, but... I hope they didn't change, like, too much, honestly. I legitimately liked the game as it was. Tried out the new shotguns a little bit, but I'm not a huge shotgun fan to begin with, so that wasn't really my thing. Okay. Where did I put this thing? I might just have to remake a new thing for this. Huh. Yeah, no, I can't remember where I put it. Okay. Just gonna make a new one here. I'll put it in here.
It is the 41st millennium.
This name is already in use. Why can't I find it? Where the hell did I put this thing?
There is only war.
There it is. Found it. Found it.
From the most highborn lord to the most basic servant.
Okay, let's jump out of this here. I feel like by the time you get to difficulty 25 in Monster Train, you'd like be in a ridiculously tough situation. Apparently my connection is bad right now. I'm wondering if it's because I'm streaming, if that's actually making things more difficult. Could very well be the case there. Hold on a sec. Just gonna hide this for a second. Nope, that doesn't do what I want it to. Okay, let's just do this. We'll click that. Okay, so that fixed that. So I figured out what was wrong with like my inability to find Darktide on this list, and that was like I've got it in space as the category, and I've got so many games in space right now that it was pushed down like way out of the open box, and I did not think I had that many games in there, so it took me just a little bit longer to find it. Okay, options, video, just have to do something real quick here. There we go. Also, let's check what we got equipped here. We got a revolver build right now, and I'm okay with that. I tend to find the knife revolver is a fun combination to run, so we'll just go with that for now. I'm not going to go into like one of the harder difficulties right now, just because. How come I'm not sprinting? Oh, there we go. This all looks pretty much the same as I remember it. Still, not going to play on Damnation difficulty. We're just going to choose a nice lax difficulty 3. Shock Troop Gauntlets. No, I'm just going to do a nice relaxed game here. Normally I'd be playing this game on like difficulty 5 with like kind of janky loadouts that were technically pretty weak, and I'd be able to carry like my team pretty consistently through whatever it was I was going through. But I haven't played in like over a month, so I've probably forgotten too much stuff to do that sort of thing. Wonder if they've changed up the feats and what they do very much, or at all. Go with counterfire here. Yeah, sure. All right.
The Mobians are due to pay off some of their co-conspirators. The exchange is happening in the Chasm Station transit hub. Hadron says the Prismata crystals are useless unless you got the text mask.
snaffling them.
allies giving each other the leery eye. So grab the payoff and get out, right?
I think this is actually a new mission type, so that's exciting. Or at the very least, one I haven't personally played through yet. Did someone join in at the last second, or did they change up the NPCs as well? Oh yeah, no, they made it so that the bots were more interesting. Oh god. That is some freeze lag there.
Why did I have to dream up this maze? The fight for Tertium will be decided right here. Proceed to the maintenance siding. The transit hub's just beyond. Our quest begins!
Almost ran off a cliff there because of that.
This should get you across. My advice, don't look down.
Why does a dream hurt?
Alright, well. Looks like we got another person on board. Ah, come on.
Nice headshot. My turn next. Got a present for ya.
Used to be able to snap off like headshots much faster than this. This is why I was saying, like, you know, not in any position to be playing on more difficult settings right now. Wonder where that wonder where that demon host is. There it is. Okay. What's our way around that? All right, cool. I'm getting a lot of like good headshots here. Just not as many as I'd like and not as fast as I like. Cool. All right. Yeah, I need to get back into the swing of this. I'm missing way too many shots, too. Where are these high priorities? There's lots of like crowd control in this team, so I don't really need to be I I don't need to personally be doing any horde control. So I'm just letting my team deal with that. So I'm not using my grenades at all here.
Get your data interrogator in position. Data signal's good as strong.
Should really be using my special more. Seem to be getting pretty consistent kills on body shots with this. Huh. I think we just leave that Crusher alone for now.
Copy that.
The thing I love about this game, like, legitimately, is that it just gives you that sort of catharsis of just mowing down a whole ton of really weak mooks. So the people complaining about, like, this game not being hard enough, God, you know, not really something that I'm really that concerned about. I don't want this game to be super hard, even though I play it on, like, Damnation difficulty. Oh. A lot of Ragers. Where's this bomber coming from? Where, though? Was willing to take some hits there to get that bomber. Things like bombers, snipers, it's worth, like, losing a little bit of hit points to get them if you can. Obviously try to get them without losing any hit points, but they're way higher priority than these dregs, and other people are dealing with the dregs, so. Five-shot revolver is like a thing that just makes me so confused in this game. Apparently there are 5-shot revolvers and like 7-shot revolvers, but like why?
You're good to get going. Look for the access gate release.
Yeah, I've still got the ability to do some of the stuff I used to do. It's all muscle memory. It's like riding a bike. Get back into the swing of it pretty quickly. That one guy in this group looks exactly like a cultist.
Do a ton of day when we get to have a straight fight with the heretic. Not today. Bad with speed.
Where's this bomb? Oh. Burst somewhere else. Man, I missed like so many of those shots. That's better. How'd that hit me? Alright. Taking a total of 8 damage throughout this entire run so far. I haven't used the healing thing yet. I think I've somehow taken less damage than everyone else on this team. Oh god.
I keep hearing whispers of a second hive city out there in the wastes. Anything in that?
Never you mind. It ain't good to be asking questions like that.
That leg spike. Okay, that I saw the blood splatter. I hit that guy. This hound's incoming. This is why like the knife revolver is like the Sway tryhard build. It's like you get headshots with your knife and you also get headshots with your gun. And that's all you can do. If you can't do that, you're gonna be like kind of useless.
Our maps are out of date. Trust your judgment and find your own path.
This map's actually pretty wide. Like this is very different from the like corridors that you get in the other ones. Did someone kill the trapper? I don't remember if I saw the trapper. Man, cannot land my shots today. I walked right into that. Okay. I'm actually doing okay on ammo right now. So, definitely leave it for Hates over there. thought I was going to stagger that Rager a lot more with that shot than I did, but I got him in the body. I was hoping for a headshot. Like that. I'm surprised it took them as long as it did to bring in the Chaos Spawn as an enemy. Just on account of this was in the trailer. That thing takes a lot of firepower. The heck? Alright. I'm guessing that person got stuck somewhere in the geometry. It looks like it. They fell down somewhere. They might rejoin. Elocution. Okay, I need ammo. Permanently reloading here. Okay. Well, still haven't found any ammo. Team has still been taking it all. Probably just need to run up and make sure I'm the first to get near it. Did I get that one? I think I did, actually. Okay. Really don't need this, but I'm taking it anyway. Yeah, Warp Day's back in. He must have literally just, number of times things die, like, just as I'm shooting. I hear a demon host again. Pretty sure I hear another demon host. That might have been the Trapper. gonna drop this here, I guess. It's not many missions where you're forced into like a real defensive moment here. So that's kind of interesting. Shakes things up a bit with this new map layout. I hear a flamethrower, but I don't know where it is. I can see why people took Chaff Clear for this one. Aimed a bit high there. Like, if you look what the elevator, air quotes, is, it's this entire, like, apparatus that we're on. Like, this entire building complex, basically, is one elevator. It's actually kind of crazy how big the scale is, which is appropriate. Like, this place is supposed to just feel very, like, exaggerated in terms of how big it is. I kind of love it. All right. You can see like where the actual like tracks are for the elevator too. It's such a weird direction it's going to. Kill everything. Okay. I like this map. I like this map just because it's quite different. It's very, very wide. There's lots of huge areas with lots of sightlines, but it's also like you get jammed by so many tough guys up close that you can't just rely on like long-range snipery type builds. Someone else take the package? Someone else has the package. I like that they just leave the, like, evac ship alone. Just like, you know what, let's just rush the guys that have the thing and not just block them at the evac or destroy their evac. Flawless execution. Complete 10 missions in a row without going down in malice or more difficult. Neat. I'm kind of not surprised I thought I already had that, honestly, but I guess I had 9 in a row before I stopped playing for a while. Okay. This is still a game where I feel like I'm focusing a little bit hard, so it makes it hard for me to commentate while I'm playing it. But hopefully, like, the just random flashes and explosions are enough to keep people, like, with something to look at while I'm playing it. But that is one of the things. I do wish the color grading was a little bit brighter. A lot of places look very dark and dank, which is appropriate for the setting as well, but does make things a little bit harder to watch. I'm going to swap up to something that requires a little bit less precision aiming. I still really like the MG4, but if you look at my roster of guns, I actually have some of the like highest stat guns in the game that you can possibly get. That revolver is actually a fairly crap one, but alright, let's use my Mark IV. I really like this thing. And to pair that, I'm going to bring a heavier hitting weapon. So we'll take the Antax 4, or Antax 5, whichever, it's fine. Either way. So we'll try this weapon loadout out. It's running actually not too bad. Like last time, there was one patch. Actually, I think that was what did it. There was a patch where like the game was running really poorly for a while. So I just wasn't playing the game while it was doing that, and I was sort of like waiting to... I was playing other things while I was waiting to get back onto like good performance. And I think I just sort of forgot about it for a while after that while I was waiting for that. Because it's not like I check patch notes religiously every single day. So it's like, yeah, we fixed the optimization problem that was causing the game to bug out for some people. Still did a little bit here, but not very much. So I don't actually need the reload here. You can take sniper and frag bleed. It's always weird to me that you stand posing with your melee weapons there, not your ranged weapon. I feel like that should be class dependent, where it's like the zealots stand there with like their hammers and stuff, and whereas the marksmen should stand there with their guns. Okay. All right.
Long duty for these soldiers.
So this should be a little bit more difficult because we have got extra specials, like increased number of special targets. And those things are traditionally harder to kill. Alright. Well, we took some knocks, but I thought those people had the crushers under control on the sides. Got him. Got hounds as well now. The gun I'm using is pretty forgiving, just in the sense that, like, you can miss quite a lot of your shots and still be pretty effective, because it's, like, rapid fire. Ouch. Where's that sniper? I heard an enemy sniper, I don't know where they are. I don't see him anywhere. Mauler really wanted me. Okay. Managed to get a lot of headshots there. Alright. It's a bad angle. Okay, phone's going nuts here. I can deal with that later. Need to not reload quite as often.
Enemy target! Knock in the egg! You don't look so good. Up you get, zealot.
My thanks.
Sharpshooter, turn fire. That corking hurts.
You are sorely wounded.
Someone's saying sniper. I don't know where it is. Someone get that sniper?
Easy now, soldier. Don't sell them all. I reckon you've been practicing. Finally.
This? No, this is natural talent, and I've got plenty to spare.
The interrogator has crashed. Restart. No interruption. On the side rails.
Ain't so bad as it looks, soldier.
Interrogator refuses to work. Recommence.
Okay, well. This axe is chunky damage at the very least.
Come on, someone get it moving. Ain't just faith that kills, though it helps.
Okay. Well, it's an unfortunate time for those fire grenades to land there. Jeez. Okay.
Sticking to the Mandeville points is the secret to safe travel. Mostly.
Confidence of a person who is saying that and does not actually know.
Scout shot runner.
Nice headshot. Nice turn left. Advance, give him fire.
Chaos spawn? Nope. Beast of Nurgle. Okay.
Get behind it, shoot it in the back! Of course! Let the abomination
What happened back there?
The battle is over. The war remains.
So you can be useful, Celet.
As grody as this looks, if it's dead, it doesn't seem to do any damage.
And there we go, Cassim Terminus. Showy, ain't it?
Let's see if there's a bit of ammo in here. I've got lots, but
Kill that Carcadon!
you need lots with this gun. As you can see. Ouch.
Off you get, soldier.
Okay. Well, extra specials certainly does increase the intensity. Normally I'd be meleeing less here and using my gun because its faster fire rate means I can kill these guys faster with it. But I'm running low on ammo, so... Okay, there's technically a member of the party who's more damaged than I am.
You're feeling brave today? Word always gets back to the skipper on ships like this.
Strange times.
Hey, idiots! We got the house!
It looks like a magistrat and catechizer, folks. Not somewhere you want to end up.
Imperial forces on the blood of those who sacrificed in its name.
This is gonna wipe us all out, isn't it? Cool. Ammo never enough is true. I am so out of ammo.
That's the Ranger dying! Grenade! Ha! Lovely!
Man, I have not found any ammo.
Not so loud now, are ya?
Okay. Well, still haven't had a chance to heal. Still haven't had a chance for ammo. I'm taking this.
On your feet, soldier!
Always rely on an old soldier. Yeah.
Flagging thing's dead! At
Cool.
last. A worthy kill, Templar! About fragging time!
About fragging time indeed. Did we lose the Grim? Nope.
Ammo crate!
Old fart should grab that. I hear a demon host. Nope, that's the oh, that is
Ready and kill shot! Here she goes! Time! I hear you, priest! It's no kind of life, one soul great! He will endure! So much great! Perish, hound!
alright. I managed to win some runs. So I was actually doing pretty okay today. I got really lucky with some draws as well. So it wasn't pure skill or anything like that. I just did pretty well with Monster Train.
From here. Razor's dead.
Where's that sniper?
Razor.
Where's the sniper? That was some weird clipping issues.
Eddie back! Headshot!
This is some pressure from these specials, man. They weren't kidding when they said added specials. Man, I am out of practice. Okay.
Main station! Medipack!
Stroucher, grab that.
Stab on it!
Okay, he'll be sort of teleported over here. No, maybe not. Okay. Ouch, ouch. Okay. Practicing for bolt gun. Honestly, I prefer this style of game over the sort of like old boomer shooters. Just because I'm not very good at the like old school dodging bullets sort of thing. Man, I can't believe my teammates were dying on that. That was not a difficult mission. Yeah, bolt gun, the ability to sort of dodge bullets and like jump from platform to platform is stuff that I do not really want in my life. It's like I was looking at Hi-Fi Rush and it's like, oh yeah, no, this is actually too much platforming to me. I would just fall off cliffs. Yeah, I'm not sure what people were thinking when they said they wanted there to be item drops from missions, because honestly speaking, I actually think that the item drops just clutter up your inventory of stuff that you don't want. It's not stuff that I actually want to get. Well, I mean, if we're talking about bolt guns, though, I could try to equip a bolt gun. Okay. What do I want to equip this alongside? Because I don't want to equip it alongside that, probably. Shovel or chainsword are both good with this, I think. In my opinion, anyway. Go with the classic. There's a certain thing to platforming that, like, you have to get into where you need to have like good spatial recognition, the ability to like see where things are relative to other things. And I have really, really bad eyesight, as well as a really poor ability to judge distances. So I cannot figure out how far away things are, even on like screens. Like my depth perception is non-existent, even digitally. Let's see here. What do I want to try running? This looks like a new mission here, this one. I'm gonna try this. Oh no, Archive from Sycorax. I think that's just a new splash there. But yeah, I lack the ability to figure out where things are relative to other things, so I tend to just fall off cliffs. And in real life. It's not great. Well, let's go for another assassination mission. I tend to like assassination missions. God, I need to go and change up my feats here because I need reload. I think that's fine. So yeah, it's that, and it's like typically there's a sort of sense of flow to a lot of platformers where like people will get into a rhythm where they can just easily do it after they've sort of memorized it. I don't have the patience to do that. Judging turns, no, I'm pretty bad at judging turns as well. Yeah, racing is pretty bad for me. I'm not as bad at it as I am with platforming. Because, like, generally speaking, when you're doing a racing game, it's like, at least the road doesn't have these sort of gaps in it, unless you're playing, like, Mario Kart, in which case I suck. But, like, if you're playing an F1 racing game or whatever, it's just you've got road, and you know in front of the road is more road. And you know there's a turn at some point, but, you know, at least it's a little bit easier to just judge where a turn is, because it's like, okay, well, I should just get ready and be ready to turn at some point in time. Whereas if there's a gap in the road, like, it's like, okay, well, can I jump that? Is there a turn to the left and then I turn to the right and that looks like a gap, but it's actually just turns? Like, you know, it gets difficult for me. I'm here with bots. But yeah, Mario Kart at least is forgiving in the sense that it's kind of made for kids, though. Kind of like how, like, Mario and Kirby, I can kind of play those because they're made for kids, especially Kirby, because you don't care about jumping. Alright, I guess we're just going in. Love it when Oghren just jumps into the game, just immediately dives in front of you. That's how you know he's a good buddy. Ah. Yeah, I haven't played very many racing games though. Like, I don't think people talk about them as much. Like, people talk to me about this big new indie platform or whatever, and, like, those are usually really cool. But nobody talks about, like, this cool new indie racing game for some reason. That would be kind of interesting, though, to see, like, a full-on just indie 900 or whatever. I think I'm actually just better off here. Racing games are extremely outdated. Well, that's the thing about indie games, is like indie games are outdated. Like, that's kind of part of the charm of them, is that they're sort of like old-fashioned-y. So you'd think they'd be kind of like the perfect medium for that. Where it's just like, yeah, like it's got outdated graphics and stuff like that, but it's like a pixel racer that's reminiscent of like old school, I don't know, Forza or something like that. Because that's kind of like what those pixel platformers are like. Like, they're all really, really old as far as like the aesthetic goes and the graphics and the game design. With some like new twists on it, like reversing gravity or whatever, but for the most part, they're like using N64 or earlier technology. They're outdated in a different way? Oh, fair enough. I haven't really played enough to know that. Wonder what, like... Because they still come out with racing games, don't they? probably over aggressive of me, but I just wanted that beast of Nurgle dead. Alright. They stopped Gran Turismo. That's surprising. In one sense, it's surprising that they stopped it, but in another, it's surprising that they only stopped it last year. Because, like... Ow. Are we on the special spam thing? Forza comes out later this year. And they're all exactly the same as like they have been for decades, I'm guessing, right? Like you just sort of have your cars and you customize them and paint them and drive around in circles. Can't see garbage from here. Dropped isn't released. Oh, okay, that makes... It's one of those ones where I'm surprised either way, because, like, it has been going on for so long and is exactly the same game as it has been forever. But on the other hand, like, it would surprise me if they ever actually did stop making it. I mean, I guess that's why they call it Formula 1 racing. It's because they're still stuck on the first formula. Once they finally figure something else out, it's going to be Formula 2 racing. They're more accurately modeled. Actually, I saw there's a new it's not a racing game. There's a new Warhammer game for Warhammer 40,000 based on Gorka Morka, which is like going to be a Twisted Metal style game. I don't know if you'd call that like an elaboration on that genre or what, because it's a very different genre in one way in that it's not about racing. Oh wow, I cannot aim worth shit here. But it is sort of an old school style car game. It's a very weird car game, but you know. What was that thing doing? F2. There is actually F2 racing? What is F2 racing? They've actually evolved. Wow, I'm impressed. Well, they've accomplished more in the realm of driving in circles really fast with cars that no one can afford than I ever thought they would have, which is, you know, impressive if it weren't for the fact that I expected so little of them. I expected nothing out of them. It's just, you know, let's drive these cars around in circles for a few hours, and people love that, and people do, and I'm like, okay, well, I mean, if people are happy, that's good. Rich coming from me, I can't aim worth shit right now. Barrel's about to explode. Okay. I remember the crosshairs for this gun were like ones that you really had to get used to. I'm no longer used to them. Like, I used to be getting headshots, like, just snapping them off real quick with this thing, but the sights for this thing are not good. The hell happened back there? Must be a mutant. What are those guys doing back there? I need to run ahead to get ammo. Which is unfortunate. Racing games are fun. I don't know. I think they're okay, but they get repetitive for me real fast. Like I said, it's like you drive around in a circle. The ones that I do like are kind of actually the ones that are more designed for kids because they've got like more interesting stuff going on around the background. Well, still ammo screwed. There's a sniper over there. At least we got two party members that are still up there. If they were... Love it when you're got one person just trapped down there. Or trapped up there, rather. Completely screwed. You like doing the same thing over and over and over again, slightly better than before? I can like that, depending on what it is. For me, racing isn't the one thing that I like doing that with. It's like, going around in loops is one of those ones where it's like, okay, I'm not entirely sure, like, what I would have to... I guess it's because the way that you do better is, like, through performance. And I don't like doing, like, high performance sort of stuff. I like doing these sort of more strategy stuff. There's strategy to racing. I actually do know that. I understand that there's, like, more intellectual parts to racing than it looks like at first. But... depends on like the type of there's different types of like strategy, and for me like the level of strategy for attacking like a racetrack, figuring out how to like optimize that is very different from figuring out how to optimize other things, because more of it leans on the execution rather than more of it leaning on the strategy part. Or if you like come up with a really complex strategy for your race car, like you still have to then perform it perfectly, which is the harder part. Oh geez. Oh geez. Can't see shit. We probably honestly could beat the Demon Host, but there's no point in doing it. It just wastes resources. Don't startle the witch, as it were. You like games that have a high degree of both elements? Yeah, I focus more on the like head game strategy part of it. That's why I spent like 60 hours programming missiles. I actually got into some games and did not too terribly, considering that I had no idea what I was doing for the first bits of like Nebulous Fleet Command. So I did actually play those multiplayer matches. Oh god, Rocket League is a game that was like just so miserable for me in some ways, but also like is a very fun game. Getting my car to like do the thing I want to do, it's a mix of two things I'm not good at: driving and like just sports ball, any kind of sports ball. Rocket League was like a real random ass game for me. If I was playing that competitively, I would go nuts. That is a game where like driving and depth perception intersect really hard. We have 3 med packs and no... Alright, well, whatever. Just throws a box at the guy. I got the kill there too. We've got all 3 of our things like lying here, all the med packs. That was a fast boss kill. Well, Rocket League was not brutal for me because I played it against other people who were super casual, like just never played it before, didn't really have any experience with it, didn't play it very well, didn't have any strategies to it. So we were all just sort of like running around doing idiotic things and laughing about it. So in that sense, it was okay. If I had to play it against anybody who was even, like, a little bit good at that game, it would have been hell. But instead it was just all of us, like, lining up these big, stupid ramming things to try and, like, punt the ball with the car from, like, across the entire map. So, you know, just very, very stupid. Absolutely no skill involved whatsoever. It was great. It's kind of like fighting games. I'm actually not terrible at fighting games. I can't do combos at all, but I'm very, very good at the spacing timing stuff. So when I'm playing against other people, like I can basically just play footsies with them until I chip them to death. Or I pick a character who's got a really good punish against people who do a whiff or they've sort of hit the wrong button. So like basically if I'm playing Guilty Gear, I play Mei because Totsugeki is great for just comboing into itself. Yeah, I can imagine Rocket League's skill gap is gigantic. There's like no assistance whatsoever to make it so the ball goes where you want it to. You have to actually like be able to, and like if you've got so many different things moving in so many different directions in 3D space, it's actually quite a lot to go with. It's kind of nuts. So like, but in the, like fighting games and stuff like that, I have no ability to do the execution, but you know I can still play them. But I enjoy playing them against people who are not very good at fighting games. Oh, there's no depth perception in fighting games because it's a 2D space. Like, you've got people who are just sort of like... It's like, I don't have to... Well, this is 3D, but imagine, like, these 2 people, like, I'm looking at here, to my left and to my right, are sort of the 2 characters in a fighting game. It's easy for me to sort of judge the distance because I don't have to judge it based on that 3rd dimension. But suddenly it's like, you know, if I have to do this sort of stuff, like, now I'm in trouble because I've suddenly got this 3rd dimension to worry about. So that's what the depth perception is lacking there. But if you've got just a 2D plane, there's no depth perception. It's fine. You can get spacing well. If I'm playing 3D fighters, then I have to play rushdown characters, and I cannot do anything properly. But 3D fighters are rare. It's basically just I play Soul Calibur. No, I've played Tekken as well. I don't play Tekken well at all, though. But yeah, like, my lack of skill at those games makes that I have a lot of fun if I'm playing, like, BlazBlue or whatever against casuals, which is where I belong. But if I'm playing against people who are actually really good at the game, they just wallop me 9 times out of 10. And I do have one friend who plays, like... No, 2D platformers are not fine for a different reason. 2D platformers are not fine because I tend to find that they're a little bit bullshit in a weird way. Like I said, ones that are really easy, like Mario or Kirby, I'm actually fine with. But, for example, like, you get those Mega Man levels where you're jumping around and the platforms start disappearing under you. Or you've got to use, like, your abilities in mid-jump or something like that to get an air glide or whatever to travel across the gap or whatever. Those ones I don't do fine on. And it's a matter of, like, I just don't have the patience for it. I do know that if I stick to it and just practice the timing and spacing of those particular things, I can actually get across, like, a really hard 2D puzzle platformer thing. I just don't care enough. I get really bored doing that, so I don't know why. It's just not interesting to me. Yeah, like Celeste. I don't like Celeste. That one I cannot play. Well, I've never tried it, so I can't say that for sure, but I'm pretty sure I would not be able to play that. Metroidvanias as well, where it's like you have to do these sort of creative jumps with your weird secondary equipment and stuff like that, usually are also a little bit too much for me to properly do. And, like, you can get the muscle memory down, it's just a matter of practicing. You can get the timing for your disappearing bullshit platforms down. That's just a matter of practicing, getting the timing right. But... yeah, it's one of those ones where it's just I don't find the process enjoyable at all. So I will never get good at it just because I don't want to. For those ones. Yeah, there's other elements to 2D platformers that I just don't do well on regardless. Like, my hand-eye coordination's not great, so... that also hurts me in fighting games, but not as badly, I tend to find. Still, though, yeah. I think I'm going to call this a stream now, though. I only have about 20 minutes. I don't really have enough time to do anything too fancy. And like I said, I kind of want to go outside while the weather is still good. Because the weather where I live is weird. Because it'll be, like, really nice and sunny out. And then suddenly there will be a rainstorm, like, for 2 hours. And then the rainstorm will let up. And then it'll be really sunny again. Actual heresy, going outside. Yeah, you know, but I'm a heretic at heart. You know, that's you know, the inner heretic in me. But yeah, no, I kind of wish Darktide had a better reception because, like, I understand where people are coming from with the flaws of Darktide. The way that they did the item progression is annoying until you realize that actually the items don't matter. You can literally just have whatever copy of whatever weapon you want, so long as it's not complete death, like just complete garbage rolls. Your weapons are going to do fine. Like, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to have the top tier best roll weapons with the absolute optimized perks blessings. And I think there were people who thought that you did for some reason. So the fact that it was really hard to get those, I think was bothering some people or making it so that people didn't like it. You have a tornado killing you. Yeah, there's a lot of those going on too. Like, is that sort of around East Coast, I'm guessing? Because there's supposed to be a lot of really interesting storm systems developing East Coast right now. Actually, no, tornadoes are more inland. I'm thinking hurricanes. Yeah, so, yeah, no, it's there's this massive, interesting storm wave coming in from the east, from the coast of Africa that's supposed to be going across, like, across from, like, Florida all the way up into, like, the interior, doing crazy bullshit. Interesting weather. It's always fun to have interesting weather, but yeah, no, where I live, it's actually just legitimately always like this, where it's, like, sunny out and then suddenly there's a gigantic thunderstorm and then it stops. and then you just wait 2 more hours, and then it's like starts again, and you're like, I have no idea what the weather is. The weather is crazy. Still though, basically southern Canada. Yeah, like that's what I was thinking. That's where the tornadoes are developing right now. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're probably not actually getting killed by a tornado, though. Like, the tornadoes don't usually enter into habitable areas. They're usually more afraid of us than we're afraid of them. You know, that's my thought on the tornadoes around here. Unless you're living in a trailer park, in which case it is definitely going to murder specifically you, because that is what they love doing. They devour people that live in trailer parks. There are actually some interesting there are interesting reasons why they do that, but I can't remember all of the specifics behind that. Weather math is completely crazy to me. Yeah, I'm gonna head off. I am going to play some more Nebulous Fleet Command on my off time, and if I get good enough at it, I will play that next Wednesday. If I can get into a game on Wednesday while we're streaming. Way it'll probably work is I'll play Monster Train while I'm in lobby waiting for a match to start up. The warning is like dead on top of you. What the hell? Okay, well, that's you stay safe there, Optics. Huh. Yeah, no, that's odd. Tornadoes usually don't hit cities unless you're like in a small town, I'm guessing. If you're in a smaller town, then those actually do get wrecked by tornadoes. Like where I live, I live in Calgary, and there's like a lot of tornadoes here, but they always veer away from the city. So I've never actually seen one, or I've never had to worry about one. They always just sort of go and sort of menace Cochrane or something like that. And we don't have to care about them because they're not going to touch us, because that's how cities work. They deflect tornadoes, but smaller towns can't. So, it's like cities and weather are just weird. The fact that that's how that works is really weird, but you know, it's lucky. Unless you live in a small town or a trailer park, in which case, you know, just immediately get eaten by a tornado. So yeah, stay safe, board up your windows, hide the dog, don't end up in Oz. If you do end up in Oz, can't give you any advice. I can't remember that movie actually anymore. I have not seen that since I was like 10. So yeah. Anyway, hope you found the stream enjoyable, and of course, as always, hope to see you guys all next time.